find my name in the final list, and I called my didi and said that I do not have my name in the final video. She said that I am not at all surprised. I was surprised when you got the interview call, despite living in the mains. I had made a blunder. I left around 35 marks question in GS1 and few other questions. So in a way, 55 marks question was left. And in that attempt, I cleared the GS cutoff but failed in the CSAT. And in the during second attempt, I failed in the GS and qualified the CSAT. So consecutive prelims failure was one of the major setbacks. I haven't seen such failures in my throughout academic life. So bouncing back from that position was one of the most challenging. I was about to leave this preparation.
What was that kick that inspired you from doctors to the civil service?
Unfortunately, I lost my mother in 2015. That was the fuel which kept me going. That my smart hacks used to be small sticky notes, small micro notes, which are such compact notes that I can reproduce everything from that micro notes in the mains examination. But the basic difference which I can see that it is the micro notes.
तो I found this very good कि जो श्री कृष्ण ने कहा कि 20-25 पेजेस के नोट्स बनाना, first of all it is not a joke.
So there were multiple opportunities. I could have joined PHC in my hometown as a medical officer. I could have set up my private clinic, or else I would have gone for MD.
Okay, so welcome everyone. Very good afternoon to all of you. So my name is Praveen Garje and welcome you all in this YouTube channel IPS The Passion. Today we are here with great story, fresh story of great aspirant and now the civil servant Sri Krishna Shashir. He has secured All India rank 155 in Civil Services 2023 examination. So चलिए जानते हैं lot of things in my mind which are coming out कि कैसे किया, क्या किया, कितने आवर्स पढ़ाई करी होगी, डॉक्टर थे, इतना अच्छा तो सब कुछ चल रहा था. What has been inspired him to come here and to again preparing for this civil service examination, which seems to be or considered to be the toughest examination of Asia rather. So let's move ahead, ask him, and we'll chat him like anything. The session will be interactive. Firstly, many congratulations to you, Sri Krishna.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's an honor.
Welcome. It's goosebumps now in my body, because see, being in the All India service is altogether a different story. So there are a lot of things in my mind. I want to start first thing first. What make you come from a humble family, then being a doctor from the government hospital, government college, and now a civil servant. So what was that kick that inspired you from doctors to the civil service?
Sir, I would say that the kick was during the school days as well. When I was in the 7th standard, I had read one book called as Me Ek Swapna Paila by Dr. Rajendra Barur. I had read in that book how a man from humble background has first become a doctor from one of the best institutes in Maharashtra, KM College, and then went on to become an IAS officer. And I would say the coincidence was that while I was working as a medical officer during COVID, he was the district collector of Nandurbar and he was doing excellent work in COVID management as well as managing the oxygen crisis. So that inspired me that rather than restricting myself to the healthcare field, I should try for civil services, and that will be, in that way, I can help more to the society. That was the kick, I can say.
Great. In my times, obviously this interview of Sri Krishna, in my times, I have read a book, Me Collector Vainu, Rajesh Patil France. Indirectly, these people and their stories inspired us a lot. And because of that, officers like Sri Krishna created. Great. So this civil service exam is notoriously challenging, right? Because why challenging? Because the nature is unpredictable. Since 8.5 years I have been in this teaching field, I consider this is the most challenging exam because I'll take a minute, because IIT JEE या NEET या CA या आप MBA, इस सब एग्जाम में आपको कहीं ना कहीं IQ की जरूरत होती है. But I consider this exam as not only based on IQ. It is also based on EQ, SQ, emotional quotient, social quotient, mental stability, and all the strength, including the physical strength and the endurance. So, how you keep yourself going? What was the things which you have done to keep yourself having the perseverance?
Sir, as you said that this is one of the most challenging exam, and I totally agree that it is not a test of intellectual ability. It is test of other traits, which are the traits which we will use in administration. But I would say that there is one quote in Man's Search for Meaning, a book written by Dr. Viktor Frankl. He says that if you know your why, then you will survive anyhow. And I somehow know my why. Regarding as I said, from the school time, I wanted to become a civil servant. First, because of the economical hardship which I faced during my growing up, my family suggested me that let's have a secured backup option. Let's go for MBBS, and after that you can try for civil services, which is UPSC is most unpredictable. And when I got into the medical school, my mother has said me that don't become complacent, don't be more content in MBBS. You have one goal from the childhood to become a civil servant. Don't forget that. And I can say that unfortunately I lost my mother in 2015.
Oh.
That was the fuel which kept me going. That I like I can say that like the Rocky in KGF movie.
Yes.
It was the promise which I had made to my mother, which I wanted to anyhow complete it. So that's what the kicking fuel which kept me going.
ग्रेट लाइक वो जो कनेक्शन फील हो रहा है रॉकी मूवी से बताया एंड 2015 में तो बट लेकिन ऊपर कहीं पे मम्मी है जो हमें देख रही है एंड आज वो सक्सेस से बहुत ज्यादा खुश है सो अगर वो कहते हैं ना स्टार है तो वो टिमटिमा रही है कि बहुत खुश है तो ग्रेट कुड यू प्लीज लेट अस अनवेल द रूटीन द डेली रूटीन क्या होता है ना कि मैं इतने बच्चों से मिलता हूँ एंड आई नीड लाइक एवरीवन इज हियर कि सर एक तो देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स सम आर वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल they are hardly getting 5 to 6 hours per day to study. They are a bit mature, but they are not getting time. The second kind of students are full-time preparing students who are having all the time in their hand, but they are not able to utilize that. Third are the college students. I think you have started your preparation during college now.
No, I started during my job.
During your job only, so you are in first category. Okay, so there are some students who are in college only and they are started preparing. So they are merely having again 5-6 hours. So I need to know like what exact routine did you follow that make you an officer today?
So I would say I started my preparation in 2020 after I completed my internship, and I was working as a medical officer in COVID times in Pune Municipal Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So that was quite hectic. But during that phase, I could barely take out 3 to 4 hours daily. So it was like managing that 3 to 4 hours honestly. Like my duty was around 8 a.m. in the morning. Sometimes I used to wake up at 4 a.m. and study for 4 to 7. Let's have a 3-hour session and do my duty from 8 a.m. to till 1 o'clock or night 8 a.m. And then I would used to sleep early night. So that 3 to 4 hours early morning study was which that period was mine. That was not job hours or anything else. No one was there to disturb me. So it's about managing that 24 hours effectively. Whatever you are facing, like if you are full-time preparing, then you also have 24 hours, and working professionals also have 24 hours. So some smart hacks plus time management is the key to success.
Yes. So, but suppose अब there are 2 instances. Actually, ये बहुत बच्चे डिटेल में पूछते हैं. I hope कि जो व्यूअर्स है उनको भी काम आएगा. कि मान लीजिए मेरे पास सिर्फ 5 घंटे हैं, या फिर आपके पास 4 घंटे थे, तो आप उसमें करंट अफेयर जीएस पढ़ते थे, करंट अफेयर ऑप्शनल पढ़ते थे, और अगर करंट अफेयर पढ़ते थे तो कितने आवर्स आपने उस टाइम का कितने आवर्स आपने करंट अफेयर को दिया था?
Sir, if we have less time like 5 to 6 hours, then we need to have some smart strategy. If I am not able to read the newspaper entirely, then I would go for daily news analysis videos. I would go through that videos and then only after read that particular newspaper articles. Secondly, I relied mostly on the current affairs magazine. Through that magazine, I covered current affairs in the month-end period. And regarding the basic foundation, I can say that rather than going for 6 to 12 NCERT, I took reverse option. I first read 12 NCERT. If I found something challenging, then I would read 11th, then I would read 10th. So that in that way, I manage my time so that in less time I can get more output.
Okay, so this is the point which I wanted to make you aware of. कि no need to go with the conventional rule because for an instance everyone is asking. मैं भी जब दिल्ली में गया था 2013 में मुझे बताया गया था कि यू हैव टू रीड 54 एनसीईआरटीज अदरवाइज जाके हल चलाओ सो दिस इज व्हाट द ब्लंट स्टेटमेंट दैट मेड बाय अ ग्रेट फैकल्टी रादर तो जैसे श्री कृष्ण ने भी कहा कि 54 एनसीईआरटीज पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है जज योरसेल्फ एंड गो रिट्रोस्पेक्टिवली सो दैट मेक योरसेल्फ आपका टाइम बचने के वहां पे काफी ज्यादा चांसेस है परफेक्ट सो आपने अभी आपके जवाब में कहा कि सर देर आर सम स्मार्ट हैक्स देर आर सम स्पेसिफिक टेक्निक्स दैट यू indulge in yourself, that adopt by you and that made you comfortably cracked this exam, or rather increase the score by 106 numbers? Okay, हाँ वहां पे भी डिटेल में आऊंगा, बट यहाँ पे what are the smart hacks that you have considered कि these are the smarts and this work for me?
I can say there is no panacea for success. Hard work has to be there, but at the same time, that hard work has to be channelized in certain direction so that it can be called as smart hard work. So my smart hacks used to be small sticky notes, small micro notes, which are such compact notes that I can reproduce everything from that micro notes in the mains examination. I had given last year's mains also, and this year's mains I have increased by 106 marks. But the basic difference which I can see that is the micro notes. I had made micro notes for every optional as well as every GS paper, and that micro notes helped me to reproduce that. It was like just omitting the facts in the mains exam. Last year I used to think and then write, so I had left around 50 marks question paper. This year, those micro notes helped me to write, increase my speed, and just omitting that content into the mains exam, and that helped me to increase the marks.
ओके ओके, सो यहाँ पे एक चीज समझ में आ रही है कि नोट्स बनाना कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है, और उस डूम्स डे पे जो मुझे करना है उसकी प्रैक्टिस मैंने करनी चाहिए. और एक दिन मिलता है, मान लीजिए 7 days का पेपर होता है मेंस का, हर दिन एग्जाम चलती है 2 टाइम, तो जिन्हें नहीं पता, तो फिर उस समय में आपको बहुत कम समय में सारा सिलेबस तो रिवाइज नहीं कर पाते हैं. लाइक देयर आर सो मेनी बुक्स, हाउ यू कैन रिवाइज इन अ डे और अ 2. सो इट इज बेस्ट स्ट्रेटेजी टू हैव योर ओन नोट्स. तो श्री कृष्ण से यही क्वेश्चन पूछना है कि अगर मैं आपके नोट्स फॉलो करूं तो क्या मैं आईएएस बन जाऊंगा?
ये कोई गारंटी नहीं है. मेरे नोट्स फॉलो करेंगे तो आईएएस बन जाओगे. लेकिन मैं ये बोलूंगा कि अगर मैंने भी टॉपर्स के नोट्स रेफर किए, उनसे एक डायरेक्शन लिया कि इन विच वे शुड आई प्रिपेयर फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट और दैट पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक. सो मेरे नोट्स अगर आपने रेफर किए तो मेरे माइक्रो नोट्स से तुम्हें ये मिलेगा कि कंसाइज कैसे करना है मटेरियल को. मेरा एंथ्रोपोलॉजी के हैंड रिटन नोट्स 1000 पेजेस के थे, उसको मैंने कंसाइज करके 120 पेजेस में बनाया था. दैट आइडिया यू कैन टेक, एंड फ्रॉम दैट द स्टूडेंट्स कैन मेक देयर ओन नोट्स एंड दे कैन रिप्रोड्यूस दैट कंटेंट इन अ बेटर वे रादर देन रेफरिंग टू माय नोट्स.
Absolutely, this is what the key I want to convey, कि अगर आप किसी के नोट्स कॉपी पेस्ट कर रहे हो तो आप नहीं बन सकते. एवरी आईएएस हैज his or her unique story, and उन्होंने जो लेबर वर्क वहां पे किया है वो लेबर वर्क आपको करना ही पड़ेगा, राइट. सो बेसिकली गौरव अग्रवाल सर है, खेलोइंडिया.com पे इतने अच्छे आर्टिकल थे उनके, मैं आज भी पढ़ता हूँ, वो आज भी इतने रिलेवेंट है. 2013 की बात है. अपने 2017 के आईएएस सर एयर 1 कौन है? अनुदीप दृष्टि सर, द लाइक इज वन ऑफ द आईएएस की जिनको मैं बहुत फॉलो. सो वहां पे भी उनकी भी नोट्स है, बट फिर भी हमें जो है अगर बनना है, लिस्ट में आना है नेक्स्ट टाइम, अगर आपको भी श्री कृष्ण बनना है तो आपको अपने नोट्स बनाने होंगे विद द सेम स्ट्रेटेजी दैट ही हैज बीन फॉलोड. हम उस पे आएंगे. सो श्री कृष्ण, यू हैव रिसीव्ड 124 नंबर्स इन इथिक्स. सो एंड आई नो कि 100+ जाना कितना टफ है ना. सो आई थिंक प्रेफरेबली आईएएस जो मिला है हमें कहीं ना कहीं इथिक्स पेपर रोल कैरी कर रहा है ना, 20-25 नंबर ज्यादा है. सो मैं जानना चाहूंगा थोड़ा डिटेल में कि इथिक्स में हमने क्या अलग चीज करी थी.
सर मैं ये बोलूंगा कि एथिक्स के लिए मैंने कन्वेंशनली है ही नहीं. मैंने पूरा मतलब किसी क्लास के नोट्स नहीं पढ़े या फिर कोई बुक फॉलो रिलीजियसली फॉलो नहीं किया. मैंने लेक्सिकॉन लिया था, लेकिन आई फाउंड दैट क्वाइट बोरिंग, मैंने उसको ज़्यादा तो पढ़ा नहीं. फिर मैंने ये किया कि टॉपर्स का थोड़ा टॉप देखा कैसे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए. मैंने ये किया, मेरे खुद के नोट्स बनाए थे, वो 20-25 पेज के नोट्स थे मेरे. उसमें हर एक वैल्यू जो कीवर्ड रहता है सिलेबस में उसका मैंने लिया था. जैसे ऑनेस्टी है, इंटीग्रिटी है, तो ऑनेस्टी आई विल राइट द डेफिनेशन ऑफ दैट. Beside that, I would draw any diagram related to honesty, and I would write 5 types of example, like constitutional, historical, administrative, current, and personal. These are the 5 kinds of examples which I have jotted down there. So for I had prepared such values for around 100+ values. I had this kind of notes. So मेरे पास examples की कोई कमी नहीं थी. तो इस examples पे मैं argument बनाता था और हर argument को substantiate example से करता था. और second thing मैं ये बोलूँगा कि जो prelims और mains के बीच का period रहता है 3 महीने का, इसमें मैंने न्यूज़पेपर तो अपन रोज पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन उसमें से मैंने बहुत सारे एग्जांपल ऐसे ड्रॉ किए थे न्यूज़पेपर से जो मैं इथिक्स में ऑलरेडी यूज कर सकता हूँ. तो आई कैन कोट वन एग्जांपल कि लास्ट ईयर रोल मॉडलिंग के क्वेश्चन आया था, तो उसमें मैंने एग्जांपल ये डाला था जो न्यूज़पेपर में था कि अल्लू अर्जुन जो कि एक एक्टर है, उन्होंने गुटखा कंपनी के ऐड को रिजेक्ट किया था. और दूसरा जो केजीएफ का मैंने आपको बोला, केजीएफ के रॉकी भाई के इन्फ्लुएंस से बहुत सारे छोटे बच्चे, एक स्टडी ऐसी थी कि छोटे बच्चे सिगरेट एडिक्शन को लग गए. तो दैट वाज द परफेक्ट एग्जांपल फॉर रोल मॉडलिंग. आपका रोल मॉडल कैसा होना चाहिए. So these are the kind of unique examples I picked from the newspaper, and which I can say that for role modeling, most of the people write Gandhi versus Hitler, but this was the unique example which may have appealed the examiner, and that has helped me to fetch good marks in both attempts. Last year also I got 110, which was good at that compared to that year, and this year 124.
Awesome. तो पहले से स्कोर अच्छा ही रहा है वैसे, बट दिस इज व्हाट, लाइक गांधी हिटलर हमने नहीं देखे हैं, हम उसको पढ़ते आ रहे हैं, व्हिच इज काइंड ऑफ कन्वेंशनल और बोरिंग. दिस काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन की यहाँ पे आपने मिमिक करा होगा, रट्टा मारा होगा, बट जब आप डे टू डे लाइफ की चीजें को कोरिलेट करके इंटरलिंक करके लिखते हो तो शायद वो डिफरेंस आता है. तो आई फाउंड दिस वेरी गुड कि जो श्री कृष्ण ने कहा कि 20-25 पेजेस के नोट्स बनाना, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट इज नॉट अ जोक. इट विल नॉट बी मेड in first iteration. I think it will take 5-6 iterations to come down to 24 pages, है ना? तो basically and वहाँ पे इन्होंने जिक्र किया कि सर values definition with the diagram, respective diagram, क्योंकि बहुत जरूरी है. मैंने अनिमेश प्रधान के भी पेपर देखे, Air 2 जो हमारे भी स्टूडेंट है, श्री कृष्ण ने भी शायद उनके पेपर देखे होंगे आईसी, तो वहां पे भी उन्होंने ये सेम चीज जो टॉपर्स की मुझे अभी डॉट कनेक्ट हो रहा है कि यहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं डायग्राम्स और आप उसको कितना स्कीमेटिकली प्रेजेंट कर पाते हो, इससे आपको नंबर फेच होने का लाइक दायरा बढ़ता है. और दूसरा एग्जांपल्स पुट अप करना, ग्रेट. एंड मुझे वो 5 एंगल वाला बहुत सही लगा, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव, करंट, डे टू डे, पर्सनल लाइफ एंड हिस्टोरिकल. दिस इज ऑसम. दिस इज द वन न्यू थिंग आई फाउंड, बिकॉज मैं जनरली पर्सनल करंट अफेयर वाला ही सुनता हूँ. सो ग्रेट. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ये स्टूडेंट्स ने हमें पूछा है, कैन यू शेयर एनी मेमोरेबल और चैलेंजिंग मोमेंट you experienced during the exam, and how do you deal with that?
Sir, I would quote 2 instances. Firstly, I can say that this is my 4th attempt. First attempt I gave during my work when I was working as a medical officer, and in that attempt I cleared the GS cutoff but failed in the CSAT. And during second attempt I failed in the GS and qualified the CSAT. So consecutive prelims failure was one of the major setbacks. I haven't seen such failures in my throughout academic life. So bouncing back from that position was one of the most challenging. I was about to leave this preparation. But I can thank Atomic Habits, the book. The book helped me to rearrange my thought process, inculcate good habits, and get rid of bad habits. So I simplified the process and can help me to clear the prelims in 2022. Second instance, I can say that with hard fought attempt, I cleared the 2022 prelims. But in the mains, I had made a blunder. I left around 35 marks question in GS1 and few other questions. So in a way, 55 marks question was left. So leaving a question in mains is a blunder. But that was the situation, like I was, what a blunder I have committed. But in that situation, my family and friends helped me. My didi was me during my mains paper. She was like my guru. She helped me that just give this paper and went with the flow. What happens, we will see. When I could not find my name in the final list, and I called my didi and said that I do not have my name in the final PDF. She said that I am not at all surprised. I was surprised when you got the interview call despite leaving 50 marks question.
True.
Take it positively. If you can complete the paper, you have a great potential. You have a great potential that you can improve your mains marks. So I took it positively, and in a way helped me to increase my marks by 106.
106, not a joke. Indeed. So this is what, like दीदी ने जो कहा कि awesome, ये मुझे वही याद दिला रहा है कि अगर आप जो भी एफर्ट मार रहे हो तो कहीं ना कहीं स्कोप ऑफ इंप्रूवमेंट रहता है. और मैंने एक और चीज देखी है, श्री कृष्ण ने भी शायद देखी रहेगी, कि जितना आप आगे जाते हो ना जर्नी में, उतना आपको पता चलता है आप कितने छोटे हो, है ना? कि फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में लगता है कि मुझे बहुत आता है, एंड अगर आप 4th में पूछिए तो रैंक भी आ गई है सर, बट शायद और भी इंप्रूवमेंट कर सकता था. सो दिस इज व्हाट द ब्यूटी ऑफ यूपीएससी एग्जाम. अनदर क्वेश्चन बाय स्टूडेंट, like your expertise in healthcare must have provided valuable insights into certain topics. Obviously एग्जाम में हेल्प हुआ होगा, इसलिए एंथ्रोपोलॉजी भी हमने ऑप्शन लिया था. तो could you please tell me this is for doctors, like कि अगर कोई स्टूडेंट एमबीबीएस है या फिर मेडिकल बैकग्राउंड से है तो उन्होंने ऑप्शनल कौन सा चूज करना चाहिए? व्हाट आर द पैरामीटर्स टू चूज द ऑप्शनल? शाल बैकग्राउंड could be the one of the parameters, and if yes, then what other things will be helpful if medical science student want to become a civil servant?
Regarding the optional, I can say that medical science is also good optional, and there were some instances where people were not able to score much marks in medical science. But in this year's exam, many people have scored good marks in medical science. But I was like that during college days also. I was more focused on the extracurricular activities, and academically, my medical science was not that much prepared. So preparing anthropology would give me newer insights into the humanities as well, which was not my background in the medical as well. So I consciously thought that let's drop medical science and take anthropology, which can help me in GS, ethics as well as essay paper. And then I read about the syllabus of anthropology, and I found it quite fascinating. It talks about man and his all surrounding, the physical evolution part, which we learn in the 11th, 12th and MBBS as well. Secondly, the cultural evolution, which was the most fascinating part for me, how marriage, family, kinship has originated. So it was interesting optional. That's why I go for that. Secondly, for medical students coming to civil services, I would say that the first and most beneficial factor is we have good public interaction. During the doctors working as a doctor, we have good public communication. We empathize with the patient. We have compassionate behavior towards them, which is utmost important in civil services as well.
Actually.
Secondly, I can say that the systematic approach which the doctors bring from diagnosing from clinical symptoms to the treatment part, we go systematically, which is also helpful in administration. You have ultimately administration is what? You have some problem and you need to solve that problem. So to tackle that problem systematically, I think medical field can also help. So in a way, it's a great potential field for doctors to enter into and explore their potential in a more wider way.
Indeed. Because being a doctor, academically आपको बहुत एफर्ट मारने की आदत हो जाती है, और कहीं ना कहीं वही एफर्ट्स, टचवुड वही एफर्ट ब्रिटिश ने जो सिस्टम लगाई है, वही एफर्ट के बलबूते पे अब बस किताबें चेंज करनी है, आप एएस बन सकते हो, राइट. सो ये भी मुझे बहुत सही लगा. और एंथ्रोपोलॉजी इज द बेस्ट सब्जेक्ट. लाइक मेरा पॉलिटिकल साइंस था, बट साइंस प्लस ह्यूमैनिटी इज नथिंग बट द एंथ्रोपोलॉजी. वहां पे मैंने पढ़ा था, फॉर इंटरेस्ट में पढ़ता था, तो ट्राइब्स के बारे में कितनी अच्छी इन्फॉर्मेशन दी हुई है. एंड सो जो स्टूडेंट एमबीबीएस के है और जिन्होंने एमबीबीएस के टाइम पे श्री कृष्ण टाइप करिकुलर एक्टिविटी, एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटी करी है, या फिर दे आर नॉट फीलिंग वेरी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट द मेडिकल साइंस, तो यहाँ से इस स्टोरी से ये मुझे कन्विंस होता है कि एंथ्रोपोलॉजी कैन बी वन ऑफ द गुड ऑप्शंस दैट आई शुड गो फॉर. ओके, सो दिस इज ग्रेट. अच्छा, वन मोर थिंग आई नीड टू कन्वे. जो डॉक्टर्स है, मेरे दिमाग में आया था कि डॉक्टर्स क्या करते हैं. अभी श्री कृष्ण ने कहा कि हम चीजों को क्योर करते हैं. लाइक आई नीड टू नो, अगर किसी को कुछ डिसीज होता है, आई एम देयर टू क्योर, इसलिए कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा होता है, मैं पेशेंट से बात करते हैं. बट एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सर्विस इज समथिंग वेयर नो नीड टू क्योर, हियर यू आर टू प्रिवेंट. सो प्रिवेंशन इज बेटर देन क्योर. सो अगर आपको क्योर से प्रिवेंट में आना है तो सिविल सर्विस में आइए. सो दिस इज व्हाट द अगेन मैसेज फ्रॉम मी, एक थोड़ा सा कंसाइज वे में. अगेन वन क्वेश्चन बाय वन ऑफ आवर स्टूडेंट्स. मेनी एस्पायरिंग डॉक्टर्स कंटेम्पलेट बिटवीन परस्यूइंग अ करियर इन मेडिकल साइंस और सिविल सर्विस. तो इफ ही फेल, लाइक व्हाट शुड बी द प्लान, लाइक कैन ही गो विद द प्लान बी फर्स्ट. तो प्लान बी क्या होना चाहिए सबके लिए, नॉट ओनली फॉर मेडिकल साइंस स्टूडेंट्स, सबके लिए प्लान बी होना चाहिए क्या? सपोज जैसे आपने कहा कि मम्मी ने कहा था कि आप पहले एमबीबीएस कर लो, उसके बाद आप सिविल सर्विस में चले जाना. सो मुझे भी अगर सिविल सर्विस में जाना है और मैं 12th में हूं, तो मैंने भी नीट का एग्जाम देके या फिर सीईटी का एग्जाम देके पहले इंजीनियरिंग या मेडिकल करना चाहिए, देन सिविल सर्विस में आना चाहिए, या फिर मैंने ऑल टुगेदर ह्यूमैनिटी लेके मैंने सिविल सर्विस में आना चाहिए?
So, for this, I can say that it differs from person to person. Like, if you have well settled background, in a family background, you have family backup, you can enter into the business even if you can fail in civil services. Then you can go with the humanities optional, like humanities option. The advantage is that you will be able to appear for the exam at the age of 21, 22. But regarding other people like me who come from rural background, who do not have any backup option, so for us it is utmost important that we should have something for the living. So for these people, I can say that let's have a backup option first, because UPSC is very much uncertain. And I would not say that MBBS is the best backup option. There are other fields also. There are various fields. You can do engineering, you can do hospital management, you can do hotel management. There are numerous fields. But whatever you are doing, do that to best of your abilities. And so that even if you can, unfortunately, could not make it to the civil services, you will be having an option to fall back. Like in my case, I had did MBBS. I had around numerous options. I could have joined PHC in my hometown as a medical officer. I could have set up my private clinic, or else I would have gone for MD. So there were multiple opportunities. So I can say plan B is important, but at the same time, after a solid plan B, you need to focus on the plan A, that is UPSC.
ग्रेट. मुझे इनसे बात करते हुए डॉक्टर प्रवीण गेडाम की याद आई. आपको याद है डॉक्टर प्रवीण गेडाम? लॉन्ग बैक 2013 या 14 के आईएएस ऑफिसर है. ही वाज आल्सो एमबीबीएस लाइक यू एंड फ्रॉम द गवर्नमेंट, वन ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज, मुझे याद नहीं कौन सा है. तो उन्होंने भी एमडी की पढ़ाई करते करते सिविल सर्विस दिया था. एमडी की किताबें हाथ में थी और वो प्रीलिम्स को जा रहे थे. और ट्रस्ट मी, जीएस एंड सीसैट के बीच में उन्होंने एमडी की पढ़ाई की, क्योंकि उनका रिसेंटली एमडी का पेपर आने वाला था. तो ही वाज वेरी सीरियस टुवर्ड द एमडी एग्जाम, नॉट विद यूपीएससी एग्जाम. बट जब प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई हो गया, देन उन्होंने फिर एमडी की एग्जाम दी नहीं, एंड ही वेंट फॉर मेंस. तो इन्होंने जो कहा कि मैं ये सब कर सकता था, तो कहीं ना कहीं एक बैकअप रहना चाहिए. सो द कंक्लूजन हियर इज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू दिस क्वेश्चन कि प्लीज हैव अ बैकअप ऑप्शन. Don't go blindly. UPSC is not Union Public Service Commission. For sometimes it is sometimes an unpredictable public service commission, जो informally बोला जाता है, and which is quite true actually. Because prelims is also a tougher day by day. तो मुझे वही पे आना है कि बच्चों की हमारे prelims है अभी not less than 50 days. Prelims is around the corner. So what are the golden tips that you want to give to our students with respect to the prelims is concerned?
I can say that with the changing pattern of UPSC, prelims is becoming more tougher. I would say tougher, more than tougher, it is becoming random. The questions are like options are only one, only two. So you need to have, you cannot rely on the knowledge, because you cannot revise everything, you cannot recall everything at that particular moment in that particular exam pressure. So along with knowledge, I can say some kind of logic, some kind of common sense is also required. Like I can say one example from the last year's prelims paper. There was one question related to who does the waggle dance, and the explanation was in the explanation part there was one word mentioned as kin. And in anthropology, we learn kinship. Kinship is like fraternity among the individuals. So between the options, there were only honeybees, which were the creatures who live in a group.
Believe in kinship.
Who believe in kinship. So that was a like easy question for me, but just because of my common sense, I can say that there are numerous questions like that which you can solve by your common sense. Up to certain level, your knowledge can help, but at the same time, your analysis of the surrounding, something you must have read in your any book or any documentary or saw in a movie, that can also help. So in a way, I can say go for more mocks, but at the same time keep your eyes and nose open to sense what is happening in the surrounding.
Awesome. So 5 senses open रखिए, डे टू डे लाइफ में आपको रहना चाहिए, क्योंकि देयर आर फ्यू लिटरली देयर आर मैंने भी मेरे एक सेशन लिया था, तो मैंने पेपर अच्छे से देख के 2023 का 24 क्वेश्चंस जो थे वो लिटरली कॉमन सेंस पे थे, जैसे श्री कृष्ण ने बहुत सही कहा वैगल डांस वाला, और एक था कि जो कौन अच्छा टूल बना सकता है,
That has to be the wiser animal who should be closest to the ancestor of
human, exactly,
That was orangutan.
ओरेंगुटन, और वो न्यूज में भी था खैर, बट बच्चों को लगता है कि अल्टुगेदर में ये सब कैसे पढ़ूं, तो ये कहीं ना कहीं जैसे सर ने कहा कि 5 सेंसेस आपके ओपन रखने चाहिए, दैट इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट व्हाट यू हैव टू डू। एंड आई थिंक जो मुझे इस क्वेश्चन के आंसर से समझ में आया है कि नॉलेज इज द बेस, नॉलेज इज नॉट द की नाउडेज, ठीक है, तो नॉलेज इज द बेस एंड स्मार्ट हैक्स इज द की, और द अदर टूल्स, द टूल किट इज द की, है ना, जो हमने भी सीखा है मेंस के टाइम कि टूल किट इज द की, जिस टूल किट के हिसाब से आप जो है शायद आपका ज्ञान नहीं बढ़ेगा बट आपके नंबर बढ़ जाएंगे। परफेक्ट। सो आई नीड टू नो कि यूपीएससी स्टूडेंट के लाइफ में बहुत अप्स एंड डाउन आते हैं, आपकी भी लाइफ में आए होंगे। सो इस समय में हॉबी होती है खुद की जो आपके साथ हमेशा रहती है, एंड आपको वहां पे वो फील होता है कि मतलब टाइम कैसे चला गया पता नहीं चलता है, आप खुद में बहुत खुश रहते हो। तो व्हाट वाज योर हॉबी एंड व्हाट यू विल सजेस्ट टू आवर एस्पिरेंट्स कि व्हाट हॉबी, लाइक इस हॉबी मेंटेन करना बहुत जरूरी है, और इफ इट इज अ बुक रीडिंग व्हाट काइंड ऑफ 2-3 बुक्स दैट यू विल सजेस्ट। वन ऑफ द बुक इज एटॉमिक हैबिट, आई गॉट टू नो बाय योर कन्वर्सेशन, सो व्हाट अदर बुक्स यू विल रिकमेंड?
So yes, hobby is utmost important. And throughout growing up, I was very cricket fanatic. I played cricket at college level. I religiously watched every matches of cricket, and I'm glad to share that on the exam day, on the 16th April, I was going through lots of anxiety. So I, with my younger brother, went to the cricket museum, and we spent time there. And in the cricket museum, the result came.
Oh, great!
So just to relieve my anxiety,
Awesome.
I went to the cricket museum, and the result got declared there.
Great.
So cricket was one thing which kept me going throughout this dueling process. Secondly, I was not had very fond of reading books, but UPSC journey taught me to read some extracurricular books. There was very much clutter of thoughts in my mind. So to clear that clutter, I started reading self-help books, like as I have mentioned, Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
Second book, I can say that The Mindset by Dr. Carol Dweck. It talks about how you can maximize your potential by having a growth mindset. Thirdly, I would say Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. He talks about your why. And another one is by Darius Koros, which talks, the book's name is Think Spread. It talks about how you can categorize your thoughts into useless thoughts and useful thoughts. And in a way, spending more time on the useful thought can help you in career growth rather than going on the useless thoughts. So these are some of the books I can suggest.
परफेक्ट। 2 बुक मैंने पढ़ी, एक मुझे पढ़नी है, बट ग्रेट, लवली कम्युनिकेशन, लाइक माय नॉलेज हैज बीन एनरिच्ड, सो दिस इज ऑसम। लाइक वन लास्ट क्वेश्चन, लाइक any instance, any golden tips or any sentence or anything, the message you want to convey to your followers or the students or your siblings kind of thing, because aspirants are nothing but our siblings right now. So what thing you want to convey to them directly?
Sir, I would say, like many of my friends who could not make it to the final list this time, or who failed in the mains, they asked me, is there any luck of any chance of luck in this exam? Yes, I agree, there is major luck involved in this exam, but I am firm believer of the quote that the more you practice, the luckier you get. And I would say that just do your hard work, do your Nishkam Karma, have that detached attachment. And in the end, I usually say to my friends that you will get when you deserve. Till your time, just wait and watch. Do your hard work, you will get when you deserve.
Great, marvelous. So basically इन्हीं को अगर मैं दूसरी लाइन में बोलूं तो luck favor those who are ready with prepared minds.
Yes.
Right? So आपको निष्काम कर्म करते रहना चाहिए, लक कहीं ना कहीं साथ में आएगा, एंड वो उसी को साथ देता है जो हार्ड वर्क करता है। Awesome, great. So this is what guys all about Sri Krishna Sushir and his rank and his journey. I have tried to unfold his life in shorter way, a little more about the academic part and in general about the overall phenomenon which he has he lived in this last 4 or 5 years. So from me, from the IPS, the Passion team, and from all of us, the crew, we are giving a best wishes to Sri Krishna for his well done career. I believe he will be the best administrator soon, and we'll see making him changes in millions or myriads of people's life. Okay, so fortunately in our room we are having the quote of Mr. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So you have to dream before your dreams come true. So this is what. So that was the one of the reason behind putting this here. So I think this dream has been lived by him, and right now it's come true. So this line suited you at the best level. Perfect. So thank you so much, Sri Krishna. Nice talking to you. Nice meeting to you.
Thank you for having me here. I got an opportunity to interact with all of you. Thank you for that. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you. Signing off.